Yeah, speaking of Rocky montages, let's get to fights. We'll talk about Volkov beating Overeem.
Oh, yeah. Because I see the reference you made there.
Drago. Yeah, Drago and fucking...
The Russian.
All right, so everyone's saying that Volkov looks super good. I think Reem looks super shit.
Yep.
I don't know.
I agree.
You agree?
You would be the only other person who said that to me as well. Thank fuck.
He looked like warm beer, dude.
All I saw online was basically how excellent Volkov performed. I'm not saying that he didn't perform excellently.
No, he was all right.
But from what I was watching was just the final hurrah for Overeem, where he really looked every bit of 40 and 80 professional fights or whatever it is he's had. He looked god awful. He looked like melted cheese.
Reem kind of was coming at him with that wrestling stance nonstop, and it's like Volkov was just kind of standing there like,
I knew he'd come out with that.
Grab me then. Do something about it. Volkov's got the stance, like, try and grab me, see what happens.
Watching this too.
And that's the whole fight.
Overeem is such a higher level kickboxer. Well, he was. And I'm watching Volkov heavy on that lead leg, fighting really long, trying to pepper him from the outside. And I'm like, man, he could shoot for that single. He could kick that leg on the outside and the inside calf kick. He could hit the body. You know what I mean? He could kick the body. He could throw that the right high kick.
Seemed flat.
Nothing. He was waiting to basically wade into range, throw one big shot, misses obviously because Volkov just could see it coming from a mile away because he's so slow. And just as soon as Overeem overextended, he was stuck. And just his defense has always been terrible. He just shelled up. Every time he would just run in and then dart back out and sprint away. Volkov played it patient. I thought that like in the opening exchange when Volkov had him pinned against the fence, he could have finished him there, but he let him off the hook. And then
he was really trying to wait on his strikes. Anytime they got close.
But I was like, the more patient you are with someone like Reem, the more likely you are to get fucking one punched.
Volkov hit him a few times,
looked good.
Volkov looked big.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, but you really saw that 6'7" frame.
You felt it when he was fighting over him.
Dude, he looked like the final boss of a video game when you looked at him.
The tattoo on his back.
Everything, dude.
I
He's
always
so
say
imposing.
about Volkov, man, he's not a good athlete. He is so slow.
Yeah, no shit.
He's technically excellent. He's as fucking durable as a heavyweight could be. I think he's only ever been KO'd or TKO'd like twice, and we're talking about
Derek Lewis.
Vitaly Minikov back in Bellator knocked him out early, and I mean Derek Lewis at the final hurrah just swung an absolute fucking nuclear missile at his chin and knocked him down. But other than that, all of his other 50 fights that he's had, he has been as durable as fuck.
Come on, dude, we have to quickly say that.
I had a multi down on...
No. Your boy Wooch is like fucking riding on this multi all day.
I love me some Volkov.
No,
What's there not to love about Volkov?
I see Volkov when I see you. Like, he's built exactly like you. He might be a little thicker, but like
he's probably an inch or so taller.
Yeah, he's pretty much your exact frame. And like you watch him, like it's probably what Wooch would be, except he probably was fighting about 170, 185,
like
not
145, 135.
That same frame.
Yeah. No, and your boy is fucking doing well. He's got like 3 out of the 5 so far or something like that. He's doing well. Volkov's piecing fucking what's his name
Derek
again?
Lewis.
Derek Lewis.
The whole
up on
fight.
the feet,
5
dude.
we all know how this
He's won it,
goes.
dude.
The
5 rounds.
And what am I doing?
rounds, sorry,
I'm standing up saying, fucking keep your guard up, Volkov. Keep it up. Fucking keep moving. Get out the way. And fucking Derek Lewis just keeps coming at him, and
the last 5
fight
seconds.
ends in the last few seconds.
Guy, but I told Scott when we were waiting for that fight, when we watched it at his house, I said to him, you watch this. I said, Volkov resembles Travis Brown a fair bit with like the same height. They sort of fight in that same like long kind of outfighter. I said, you watch this. I said, Derek Lewis will lose every minute of this fight until the last minute, and he will come back and KO him. I promise you. And he's like, I don't know how that works, dude. He's like, I don't think that's going to happen.
10
the
seconds.
whole fight,
It was like
he
6
got absolutely tuned. Like, beaten from pillar to post, and then final hurrah, just like faked injury, swung big and just took his head off. And like, I leapt across that fucking lounge room floor and I was screaming at Scott. I was like, I fucking told you, Travis Brown. Travis Browning, dude.
While you just have Wooch in the background, just with his hands,
Yeah.
like hands on his head,
Oh, so
shaking
mad.
it, just in the
I love me
background.
some Volk.
Defeat, dude.
I'll always root for the taller fighter, you know.
I root for Volk. Yeah, I'm so glad that Volkov was that kind of like that first guy to really put a beating down on Greg Hardy and show him that, like the levels to this kind of sport.
Greg
to the
Hardy did
heavyweight.
have a broken hand, or broken arm.
Yeah, I don't defend Greg Hardy
That's fair.
for anything.
As you shouldn't.
Still though.
Look,
Volkov, yeah.
I was just happy to see it. I was really glad that someone like Alexander Volkov got that first opportunity, even though it was a short notice fight. Like, you have to give Greg Hardy credit for taking the fight. I just think Volkov really showed him, like, hey man, like, you think you can just walk into this sport with your fucking athleticism and you know, a little bit of striking, and you think you know what's up? Like, understand.
Yeah, well, taste my technicality, bitch.
Taste a little bit of fucking 50 professional fights or whatever it is at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the thing though, Volkov
Yeah.
is going to always do well if he's not
stand.
fighting wrestlers. Yeah, if he's fighting a stand-up fight,
Unless it's Francis. But
yeah.
other than that, he's got to punch his chance.
Francis
for
is an
sure, 'cause
alien.
he-
We know this.
Yeah, it is. He hasn't got a chance against Francis, but against anyone else, if they want to stand with him, I'd watch it. I'd watch the fuck out of it. But what we did, I still need to point it out as well. The back tattoo. Thank God he got that horrendous. What the fuck animal did we say it was again?
Stingray.
Stingray tribal tattoo.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I've never been a big fan of tattoos. I'm not a tattoo guy, but the back tattoo is like up there.
Look,
for me, as far as like can be the worst tattoo. Maybe the leg is close, but like I don't even really like Volkov's tattoo now. It's just a big fucking blotch on the back of his back. I'm not a big fan of it.
Anything's better than what he had. I think whoever did the work, I'm not a huge... Look, it's not my style of tattoo. I love tattoos, but it's not my style. But whoever did the work on it would have spent many
Yeah,
days
no shit.
patching that bitch up, making a design that actually covers like the heavy black ink that the first one, you know, obviously...
You said the first one was like a tribal one.
It's like a tribal stingray. We could probably find a picture of it.
Russia?
Yeah, he's Russian.
Okay.
I know.
Why not?
It's strange.
They've got those over there, right? They've got stingrays over there.
It's good
Do
work.
they actually? Can we find that out? Diddle?
I think stingrays
You reckon
kind of exist
Russia
in
got
anywhere where
stingrays?
there's ocean, right?
Pretty much in the ocean it would be.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, either way, a fucking what do we say, like an islander? What do you
Yeah, it's very like Hawaiian island
Yeah.
kind of.
Don't know about that from Russia though.
Yeah, from
But then
Russia.
again-
Slavrays? They got some Slavrays over there?
I don't know. I actually don't know if there's some. I don't actually know what traditional Russian tattoos are. Do they even have tattoos over there? I can't even think in my head what like a
Like a
traditional
vodka or
Russian
something.
tattoo looks like.
Maybe something to do with a bear. I don't know. What's the Russian animal? Bears?
Bears have to be up there.
Have they got a native animal?
Do they?
I don't know. I want to find that
much
out.
about Russia.
I'll have a look, I'll have a look.
I know.
Fucking, they don't exactly have samurais over there either though. So you know, I mean that's what he's got.
Yeah,
now,
but
right?
everyone,
It's an oni.
everyone
Oni.
goes with like samurais, like warrior culture. You know what I mean? Like Chuck Liddell's got the, you know, like the Chinese writing on the side.
So does GSP.
Everybody
Everybody
people go
does
with
it. It's the cool thing to do.
It's a thing. Shout out to the tattoo artist. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure we could find it out. You could find him on Instagram.
Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not a big fan of tattoos, but like I can appreciate if there's a good one on.
It is,
and it's just that one. Like you
better
can.
than what he had. Like, you have to give him that.
You can
Thank
see that
fuck.
it's a lot of work and like whatever,
Yeah.
but. I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, so great performance against Alistair Overeem. I think that would definitely cement him as probably the 5th ranked heavyweight. He deserves to be in the spot that he's in. But heavyweight is just kind of a logjam at the moment.
Yeah,
You've got Francis and Stipe fighting again. You probably got Curtis Blades in the wings. You got John Jones in the wings, and then you've got you. You know what I mean? You got Volkov, who lost to Blades. Blades lost to Francis twice, and John Jones is going to get the shot no matter what. So
The thing with heavyweight, man, it's just they're just recycling fights. Dude, fucking Reem could fight JDS next. We don't know. They're just going to keep fighting each other for the end of time.
I think that the winner of Rosenstruck versus Cyril Gahn will fight Volkov, and the winner of that will probably be either fight for the title or be pretty close. I think he's probably one fight away. I know he obviously wants a title shot, but it's hard when you just lost to Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades has been basically beaten everyone in the division. Outside of Francis, he's beaten everyone else. He kind of deserves a shot. John Jones has never even been beaten, technically. Like, you know, so like, I mean, if he wants a title shot, I'm sure the UFC are going to give it to him.
But you feel me? You feel what I'm saying with heavyweight? It's just like they all stay around forever and they all just end up fighting each other. And it just like heavyweight, I don't feel like it's changed at all. We've still got those old legends who stay around forever and don't contend for a title necessarily, but just end up fighting each other over and over.
Coffin was that. Like I feel like Reem and JDS are probably going to get their, you know, they're packing their bags and heading off to Asia where they'll, you know, like Overeem's probably going to get paid more to fight in Risen or One. Somewhere overseas where he can collect another title. He's huge over there for like fan base. Like that's where he built his fan base over in like Japan. So.
I'd like to see him get a 50th win too. Get up there in the 50 club.
I don't really want to see him fight again in the UFC. I'll do that. Like after that performance, I was like, that's enough. Like
the way he got knocked out just looked like he instantly gave up and knew.
He had his nose broken in that fight.
You know what I want to see? Hot take here. You know what I want to see from Reem? I want to see him go to a lower end organization where their testing is not as strenuous, and I want to see him get
championship.
Let's see him. You know, he's old. Let's see him.
You know what's cool too?
Juice up a little bit.
Bellator, you could. I mean, technically, Bellator do those crossover events with Risen. So, like, I mean, he could be one of those crossover stars where, like, he could fight in Bellator, he could fight Fedor, he could fight fucking whoever over there. Bit of right. Yeah,
Fedor's still kicking.
He could fight whoever, or he can go to PFL and fight Fabricio Verdum for the 20th time or whatever it is.
I love PFL, man. Dude, I forget which Rogan podcast it was, but they were
the next season. Like, I'm kind of keen once I saw the bracket for the lightweight.
I love the season idea. Like, I love the ranking system now, but I like it resetting after a year. Like, you work your way through the year, however well you do through the year, and then it resets. I love that.
It's an interesting structure. It'd be nice if it was accessible over here for us to watch, because I would watch it. I'd watch the PFL. They've got Rory McDonald in the 170 tournament. Pettis is in it. Fabricio Verdum's in it. Obviously, probably one of the standout champions that they have each year is, I think it's Lance Palmer, who's the featherweight champion. He's a fucking G, man. Like, Lance Palmer's a great fighter. I'm excited. I know Olivier Aubin-Mercier, fucking the Canadian gangster.
Oh, is he over there now?
He's in the he's fighting the same bracket as Pettis.
Most built Canadian of all time.
Yeah, filthy mustache. Shout out to fucking OS, whatever. What is it? OSP? It's not OSP. It's fucking
like OCA or I don't know. What is his name again? Olivia
OAM or something like that.
I don't know. It's semantics. Anyway,
something like that.
So
yeah, I'm excited.
Let's see Reem be Reem again.
Come on, get him on the sauce.
Yeah.
Go back. Even if you went back to like kickboxing and glory, him versus Badahari for the third time, that'd be huge.
No shit.
Who would not watch him fight Rico Verhoeven, their champion over there? Like, I'd watch the fuck out of that.
How good is Glory, by the way?
Yeah.
Glory is fucking
they've got
excellent,
some
dude.
champions at the moment, son.
And it's you know what? It's interesting over there in like the Netherlands and shit. They sell out arenas for kickboxing. It's like a national sport over there for kickboxing.
Yeah, the Dutch kickboxing is a big deal for them over there.
Goss Henry Hooft.
Yeah, Hoofd's a big fuck too. Have you ever seen anyone bigger than him when he's training them? Like, you always, the striking coach footage, just him, just this enormous monster.
He's an interesting looking dude. His chin just merges into his neck.
Yeah. You've got Verhoeven's the champion at heavyweight, who's just a big, handsome, fucking giant rig. The legs on him are impossible.
Top 10 chin of all time as well.
I think I was going to say,
look at that jawline, dude.
Yeah, I know,
cut through diamonds.
Preposterous. Shout out to our friend Peter. She loves a little bit of Rico.
As you would. Look at this, dude, the jawline.
6'5", filthy.
Undefeated.
Not undefeated.
No, the like jawline's undefeated, dude. Look at the jawline, dude.
Well, some people have put that jaw on test. You got who else is over there? Who's the middleweight champion? The Pereira? Alex Pereira, the guy who knocked out Islam.
Yeah.
He wants to go up and challenge Rico from middleweight because he's the middleweight and light heavyweight championship. He wants to go for the third belt and fight Rico. Can you imagine? He is a monster, dude. He's a monster.
Yeah, look at
Rogan says it best. When you look at the highlights of like when Rogan talks about him, he sums it up better than anyone, man. Alex Pereira has like, when you watch him fight, he's not. When you see him land these strikes, like he'll land like knees and elbows and like these KOs with this massive left hook. You watch it and you're like, that looked like he didn't throw it that hard. Like you want to know what his arms are like, what they feel like what he's built out of. Because it looks like when he lands that big hook, it never looks like he's digging it like a Mike Tyson or it's this huge explosion. You're like, oh yeah, of course that's going to knock someone out. He just kind of
And it does.
whips it out, and people just die when it
Go
lands.
style bender about
Yeah,
it.
but he knocks everyone out with it, like knees, kicks, fucking everything, man. He's huge.
58, 10 and 0.
Look at Cedric Doumbé.
Yeah,
Look
Cedric
at his
Doumbé,
record.
75-6, son.
Yeah, man.
He got a crazy KO like last
Dude,
weekend as well.
his fights with Nicky Holskin, dude, are so legit.
Yep.
They are so good to watch.
I can't remember. Is Regan Ursel still fighting in what promotion's he in?
I've never.
I always get him, Cedric Doumbé and Regan Ursel mixed up. He might be in a different organization. I don't know, but I've seen him fight. And Ursel, I think it's Ursel, like ER.
Just type that. Come on, yeah. Nope.
No, just do kickboxing. See if it comes up.
Go Regan.
I don't know. Anyway, I would like to see Reem go back, source the fuck up, do what Vitor did, man. You see Vitor, the second he stepped out of the UFC and went over the whatever it was, one championship, all of a sudden his
The tits come out.
titties come
Yeah,
back,
dude.
the nips are starting to get pointy, his skin start to glow. You
Yeah.
can see it in his teeth. His teeth have started getting veins in them.
Looks
You
like
know what I mean?
testosterone replacement.
Yeah,
therapy,
yeah.
A little bit
Maybe
of something, you know?
maybe a little bit of fucking acai from Mexico.
A little bit of extra sauce.
I want to see Reem get back on the damn, what was it, the kangaroo meat or whatever the fuck it
Horse
was?
Horse meat,
son.
dude.
Horse meat
Horse
over
meat,
him.
son.
I want to see those traps finishing it at his damn ears. I want to see that six-pack glistening in the damn sun.
I want to see those fucking those.
I want to see those fucking pregnant arms that he has, where his
Yeah.
fucking arms are just got like little babies growing in them.
No
and shit.
shit. dude.
Videos he was making where he's like,
Whew.
I eat one time in the morning, then 2 times after, and he gets like 10 times. Like by the time it's
Yeah.
at the end of the video, he's like talking about like he eats
God
like 15
damn.
times a day. It's
That
like
was
horse meat.
those were the days. Like, yeah, of course his chin's never going to be good, but
It was the Wild West out
yeah, who gives a
back
shit?
then.
Who gives a shit? And Volkov, as I said, the winner of fucking Rosenstruck and Cyril Gahn is probably that's who they're probably fighting next.
Crazy fight,
Stay. All of those fucks can stay right away from Curtis Blades, please.
But the whole heavyweight division,
No
the thing
one
is,
can wrestle.
There's no fresh. There's not really many fresh, well kind of given names coming up into it. You look at all
Cyril
the other
Gahn, that's it.
divisions.
Yeah.
Cyril
Cyril
Gahn's the
Gahn.
only guy.
Look into all the other divisions.
Yeah, there's
You know,
talent
they're
coming out the
clamoring
arse.
gates. You know, you got a lot of gatekeepers there as well. But
Heavyweight is stale. We know heavyweight's stale.
This is
we
the
know
thing,
this.
though. Like, if Francis gets that title, nobody is going to touch that title again for
Stipe will
probably
retire.
many years.
We're fine. Yeah, no.
Do
Probably
you think
not.
Stipe wants the trilogy if he gets knocked the fuck out by Francis, or you think he's like, fuck it, I'm out?
I think he might. I think he probably would. He did it
Damn,
with.
can you imagine the heavyweight title is a trilogy of Stipe and DC, and then another trilogy of Francis?
Yeah.
Like, fuck's sake.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
They do, man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I get they got some competitors coming up, but fuck. It's rough.
And then Francis has already beaten the number one contender twice in Curtis Blades. He absolutely beats everyone else in the division. I can't see a single fighter. Maybe Cyril Gahn could give him some trouble since they were training partners, and he'd probably know.
We'll
more
see.
technical, but I mean, Francis has the death touch. There's never been a fighter more devastating with one punch.